Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Chicago White Sox.
And now,
all right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
White Sox.
Just about set to go now. And on the hill in this one, Sean Burke. What's the word on him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Michael A. Taylor into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know. Here's the veteran outfielder, Ian Happ. And that's way high. And we're underway here on the south side of Chicago.
First pitch, 4 o'clock.
And the right-hander deals. Ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. First pitch misses.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Pulls that one foul. Gets a piece and stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Kyle Tucker. Not close with that one. 1-0. And another ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Just missed. 2 outs, base is empty. Rips one to left. That's a base hit.
I know swinging at a 3-0 pitch can be debated, but at the end of the day, it's a hitter's count. You know a strike is coming, so why not take advantage and attack the pitch? That was a good piece of hitting, and it paid off with the base hit.
Now at the plate, Michael Busch. That's inside. Tucker off of first with 2 away. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The shortstop,
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. And delivers outside. Two outs.
Hey.
And there's a strike to the outside corner.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and Benintendi able to make the grab. Cubs strand a couple. Now it's the White Sox turn. It's a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here on the south side, and today's starting pitcher, Shota Imanaga. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Here's the White Sox DH, Josh Palacios. That one almost got him. Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
Ground ball left side and foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one not close. The count now 2-2. That one the other way. Gets down, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Benintendi to the plate.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Fouled off. He was late. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one gone. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. And that one fouled off. Man at first, one away. And there's a foul ball. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Edgar Caro. Late swing, fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Palacios, the lead runner out at second. Robert over at first with one away. And fouled off. Up and in, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Crow Armstrong sizing this one up. 2 down.
That is good. The first baseman.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Andrew Vaughn,
Nope.
the next to bat, checked his swing. That's
1-0.
ball 1. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. And that one fouled off. That just
That's ball
misses. 2 balls and a strike.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Down the line. And that drops foul. And he grounds one to the right side. Corner over to first. And that is the inning. White Sox strand a couple, scoreless after 1. Here on the south side, here's Nico Hoerner. Hoerner, a former Gold Glove winner, batting 6th in today's lineup. A former first-round pick back in 2018. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The center fielder, number 2,
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1 out, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
the catcher, number 9, Miguel Amaya.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. And a foul ball. Ground ball right side. Sosa throws to first in time. Awesome play there. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now John Birdie.
Birdie.
Ball
That's a
1
ball.
there. That one lifted to left. Benintendi should have this one and makes the grab. And that is that. Cubs leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Sosa to the plate.
Sox.
Shota back to work. Oh, he
Ball
doesn't
one.
get the call. Ball one.
Ball
That's a good
one, no
pitch
strike.
there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. In time to
He's out.
Bush. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting seventh, the right fielder, Michael A. Taylor.
Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Ball
Count
one to
1-0.
Taylor. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one a little bit high. 2-1. And strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
No score here in the second. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Out to short. Swanson gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there. And the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time. And any slower, and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
At the plate, Miguel Vargas. And there's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. And that one misses up and in. 1-2
1
the
ball, 2
count.
strikes.
Pretty
the count.
standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that
2-2,
breaking ball in the dirt.
That one way inside. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one to first, and it kicks off the base. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting ninth, the
Jacob
shortstop,
Amaya steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Amaya.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Birdie makes the play, and the inning is over. So 1 left for the White Sox. We'll move to the third with no score. back at right field. Well, here we go. Top of the third. Scoreless game. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Swing and a foul out of play. Late swing, foul to the left. Oh, 0-2 now.
Ball.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
That one off the mark, and it's 2-2. That one
3-2.
missed. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. He's 0 for 1. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And a slider in there for a strike. Top of the third, no score. And now 2-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Fly ball to right. Taylor. They got it for out number 2. So here's Kyle Tucker now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Teased the zone with that fastball a little bit up, fouled it off. Expect him to go a little bit higher with this next one.
High fly ball out towards left field. That's back. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. And that gives them a lead. It's 1-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 2 down. Michael Busch, the next to hit. A single his first time. He swings and fouls one off.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Inside, ball 1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
So hard to touch.
2 strikes.
I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Just
Outside,
off
that's
the
ball.
outside edge.
Three, two.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And down on strikes he goes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Josh Palacios. Breaking ball through there for a strike. On the ground, and that's just foul. And that
Nope, that's
misses. And the count is 1-2.
His
ball,
understanding of the strike
count.
zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Louis.
So here's Robert now, and he's already singled in this game.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That's
I got
down
1
and
ball,
in.
1 strike.
And it
2
is
balls,
2-1.
1 strike.
Just missed.
Outside.
And he walked him.
Ball. Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Robert dives back in. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Carroll batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Fair ball. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Andrew Vaughn now rolled out to second in his first at bat. That's too low,
Ball 1.
and that's ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Right through there for a strike. On the ground, out to short. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. as we go to the top of the fourth. And the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
So here's Horner now.
There's a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Outside low, and 1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. Goes down looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 1, he hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Called strike right there.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Too high. Ball.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And a 3-1 on the way. And it's fouled away. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
2 outs, runner at first. Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. He's 0 for 1. Base knock right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
John Birdie at the plate. Fastball for a strike. Crow Armstrong at second. Amaya on at first with 2 down.
Ball. That's inside.
That misses, and it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That's a laser base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they take a 2-run lead.
Back-to-back singles, pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Back to the top of the lineup, and next for the Cubs, Ian Happ, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that is out of play. Two aboard, 2 outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Good job to fight that one off. To the right side, Sosa sends it to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here on the south side. Now here is Lenny Sosa. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That's hard hit in the line. Makes the catch for the out. So digging in, Michael A. Taylor. Grounded out his first time up. Bunting for a hit. He pops it up. Birdie puts it away for the out. And a couple of quick outs. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit. And when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or can be bunted right back at a position player.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swings through that one.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
2 down, nobody on.
Ball, that's out.
That's to third, and it goes just foul. Up and in, 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Two outs. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. White Sox held in check here. They trail things here 2-0. Here on the south side, new inning getting started. And now Seiya Suzuki. Burke back to work. Suzuki, 30 years old now, and he was born in Japan. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they add on. It's 3-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Sean Burke gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. The left-hander on now, Brandon Iser.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. He's already homered in this game. Just missed.
That ball went out.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the fifth. Next offering upstairs.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
2-0. And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And a 4-pitch walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So man aboard. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch. 1 for 2. In there, and it's 0-1. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tyler Gilbert getting ready to go. Murphy also getting ready. This one in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Dan
Swanson digs in. 0 for 2 in this one. Rip to third. Slings to second. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the inning, and now the shortstop, Jacob Amaya. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Good eye right there.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So now here's the DH, Josh Palacios. And ball 1. Up and in, and the count is 2-0.
2-0.
The Cubs leading by 3, last half of inning number 5. Just missed. And there's the automatic. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
The left fielder, number 20.
Man at first with one gone. Andrew Benintendi steps up. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Palacios at first, one gone. On the ground to second, might be two. Over to Swanson. He turns it. What a double play that was. Inning over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Cubs 3 and the White Sox nothing. And we're back. And now it's going to be Nico Horner. And that drops in for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering is down low. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Steven Wilson appears to be getting loose. Out to short. Amaya on the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. That's out to center field. Robert hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 9, Miguel.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. There's the strike.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That one's in there. That's strike 2. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Up the middle, Sosa. Now the throw to first on the run. On the money, nice play. Nothing across here this half. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the White Sox nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. Robert, the native of Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Porter Hodge up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Merriweather getting cranked up as well. And the 1-0. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And here is Edgar Caro, a switch hitter batting right. And that one almost hit him. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at bat alive.
Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And now the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn, has grounded out a couple of times. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Crow Armstrong makes the grab. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They trail it here 3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Penn Murphy.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So digging in, John Birdie. Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Ian Happ up to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off. In the air out towards right center. Taylor on his way over. Pulls it down and there's 2 gone.
Now back, designated hitter,
2 outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. He's already homered here in this one.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Two outs. Swing and a miss.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly, but they lead at 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Porter Hodge. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. The White Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And that ball is out of here. And they close the gap. It's 3-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And now, Michael A. Taylor. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one. And that's downstairs and outside. And strike two.
2-2 the count.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carried. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The batter number 8.
And next to hit for the Sox, Jacob Amaya.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And that's in for a strike.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Taylor, the base runner at first with one out. And that one misses up and in. 2-1.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Check on the runner. Taylor dives back in safely. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's two away. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Porter Hodge won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Drew Pomerantz.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Josh Palacios will hit next.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
Swings and misses. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Taylor runs. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Just off the inside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Tying run at the plate. Got him. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But the White Sox get 1 on a homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tyler Gilbert.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Tucker in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. Close, but called a ball. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 1 down. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 3. Gilbert, in his second season, he throws a cutter, a 4-seamer, a 2-seamer, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. Next offering is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that just misses. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Now batting for the shortstop.
Dansby Swanson stands in. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Taylor makes the grab. 2 down. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that one a little bit high. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as tosses to the pitcher covering the bag? And that is that. 1 left for the Cubs. And the score stays 3-1. Back at right field. Benintendi up here.
The left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
First offering in the dirt. Next offering is fouled back. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And now one away.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. Pitch misses. Ball one. The delivery to Robert. And there's a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Drew Pomerantz done for the day. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Julian Merriweather.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Edgar Caro steps to the plate for the White Sox. Right through there for a strike. That one ripped. Way back there. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So runner at second, 2 down. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Fastball is outside. Out to short. Swanson throws across the diamond. Out number 3. So the Cubs bullpen does its job nicely there. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the White Sox 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Steven Wilson.
Number 36, Steven Wilson.
And now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Jared Schuster up and throwing. The 1-0. Just missed. smoked into left, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
The catcher, number 9, Miguel Amaya.
And next for the Cubs, Miguel Amaya. Pickoff move to second. Crow Armstrong back in on a dive. And the first offering is not close. Man at second. Outside with a breaking ball. And a foul ball. Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Outside low. And now it's 3-2. On the ground to third. The throw to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
The third baseman, number 5, John Birdie.
Now the third baseman, John Birdie. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power. There's a strike.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need them in this game today.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they boost their lead. It's 5-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So up next, Ian Happ. And he takes a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. In the dirt, and now it's even 1-1. Happ lays off.
1 strike.
And that's in for a strike. Hangs and misses. It's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Suzuki, the next to hit, takes outside. So 2 balls and no strikes. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the ninth. To third, Vargas. Tosses across to first, and that is that. Cubs had 2 on this homer. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Bottom 9, and now Lenny Sosa. Merriweather back to work. And that is downstairs. 1-0. On the corner for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Sosa tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he held back, according to Larry Bullard. That one fouled off. 2-2. Line drive, base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard. And next to him for the Sox, Michael A. Taylor. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. That one hit to right. And it falls. And now two aboard. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Julian Merriweather departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Ryan Presley comes on trying to close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
First and second, no outs. Miguel Vargas digs in now. That one at the knees for a strike.
0-1.
Out front and foul to the left side. Not close with that one. And the count 1-2. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning and off to a shaky start. Off the mark there, and that's ball 2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
He's 2 outs away. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Amaya. 0 for 3 in this one. At the ball. Squirts away a little bit. Throws it away. Headed for the plate. Throw is low and it gets by. He beats it safe. And it's now a 2-run game.
Well, some errors hurt way more than others, right? I mean, 2 runs come in right there, so definitely a tough one to get over, and that could have been a very different result if they make the play cleanly.
The White Sox down by a pair here in the last half of inning number 9. In for a strike, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. Josh Palacios steps to the plate for the White Sox. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
That's ball 2.
On the ground, and this should do it. And that'll do it.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
A 5-3 final score in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.